My name is Douglas Radley. I attend the church in Claremore, Oklahoma, the Claremore First Methodist Church. I've grown up in this church and now am a residing member. I actually was approached. I discussed it with my senior pastor. I am this year a delegate for our church in the Heartland Conference. And so that would be my first experience as a delegate though. And so then we started a discussion and of the also attending the Global Methodist, which would then be, this process of applying for it as a delegate and interviewing and such. But with my perspective, I would say I'm younger than most of the members as far as I'm part of multiple groups. Like, for example, like I'm head chair of the SPRC, which then puts me on a couple other, like the finance committee meetings and administrative council and such like this. And in those meetings, I'm probably average half the age of the rest of the people, which I would say is a positive as I can bring that younger, different perspective. And I've had a few years already in my business sector of management of people and businesses and such. So I bring that as well. Yeah. So to put it simply, I guess I really plan to truly represent the Heartland Conference, and by that I mean is gathering as much information as I can during our local conference, and which then enabling me to take that information to the global and represent us and whatever points I can gather and push. Obviously I haven't experienced a global conference or a local and that for that matter, but from what I can expect, of if I bring, the needs of not only our church, but also the Heartland Conference to see how I can input opinions and recommendations and such in that fashion. Um, for for growing the global Methodist, I think as it's kind of developed, there's to me, especially during the disaffiliation times, there was a lot of negativity, and which is the opposite of what you want in your church and in your conference and in your region, So I think as we move forward in trying to grow this, we try to base it on the tradition and values that everybody shares and what this Global Methodist Church is built on. So trying to grow that. I would say my first answer to that would be as you would anything, as I kind of reference as the disciples did kind of is you want to grow and you want to continue growing. So you add people, you start adding churches, you create different camps and opportunities for your conference to truly be able to grow and build the legacy, like I talked about in the last question, of the tradition and values that we all are cherishing and building our conference on and our faith in ourselves. Then you try to build on that and continue to grow the conference and to try to provide areas for people to to worship and to be faithful to and all that sort of things.